Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the God of High School, which is on episode 7. This episode right here looked a little fast-paced, but it is what it is, so if anything else, let's just get this started. I'm gonna talk about the match with Mori, Dewey, and Mira. Of course, they start off the match against like 3 other people, obviously from the get-go, but when it comes to Mori's match, he ended up doing pressure points around his body to thinking that he learned it from somebody, but apparently he pressed the wrong pressure points because he can't move his body at all, and he gotten beaten up pretty badly, and he loses the first match. And the rule of thumb of this is whoever wins the first 2 matches are allowed to advance. But that aside, we have to it that the way will start off his match against a 38-year-old man, and we get to know a backstory about him and how he met the other girl too. The 38-year-old man is trying to get back into high school, and the girl, apparently she's a swordsmanship person, that she's a kendo person, which she previously, I think she lost in her match or something, and she gets upset about this. She gets encouragement from him, and she ends up asking him, why are you trying to get back into this? You know many people are dissing on you, right? And the guy ends up telling her, back then I gave up a long time ago, and it kind of got me upset, and, I swore to myself I'll never give up again, and when I think to myself, I'm going to try again, As long as you can find a way to keep yourself going, you can find the road to where you want to get to, And eventually that girl will help him out with some academic mathematics eventually, and everything else all together. They decide to partner up and go to the tournament, the God of High School, that kind of thing. That aside, the 38-year-old man will later on face Dewey, and he ends up having a dream, That guy's dream is like, he wants to make a place for those who believe it's too late for them to go to high school, but you could go ahead and try again, that kind of thing. Dewey tells him his dream that he wants to get stronger because he has friends by his side that he can't afford to lose, Eventually, we get to see both of them clash against each other with the devastating final blows, and the 38-year-old man will name his Thor's hammer, while Dewey will use his powerful secret technique of karate and manages to defeat him, And we have to it that Mira will later on face the girl that's on their team, and she will eventually defeat her using a technique of a moon slicing technique, swordsmanship kind of thing, etc., which I go like, oh, that's pretty slick, While the other girl, she ends up having her own chariot or something, but later on will still be defeated. But that aside, throughout the episode when it was like Mori's team's match, Commissioner Q, looks like to me he's not going to be killed that easily, because we had to it that he ended up taking on one of the Nox members, and he was about to kill the guy that attacked him, and he was about to avenge the announcer that was killed recently. And we have to it that he gets interrupted by 2 other Nox members, but not before we have another commissioner decide to back him up and tells him, yo, you understand if you remove your limiter, you're gonna get more deduction of your payment, right? And the guy's like, are you serious right now? But that aside, we get to see this other commissioner's power, and dang, that person's no joke either. I mean, all the commissioners are really strong, knowing that they have their own powers of able to scare the Nox members off, and they manage to defeat them all, But that aside, we have to it that one of the commissioners tells Park Mujin that the Nox is on the way, and I'm afraid one of the evidence shows of Taijin's arm is on the forest right now. The arm that was found in the forest is actually belonged to Jin Taijin or something, so he must be taken up somewhere, But that aside, the ending of the match involves someone called Gyeonsang Namdu versus versus the team from Nochiola, But whatever the case may be, this match did not go out so well because we get to see that the guy, whatever his name is, all I know is he has some green hair or something, like turquoise hair, I guess, but that guy's pretty bloodthirsty ruthless, The way how he summoned his abilities or powers into that of a shark, he actually was killing this guy pretty badly, And we have two that the maid really had enough of seeing how how freaking ruthless and devastating that he's doing right now, you know? And she ends up trying to stop him, but the guy ends up pushing her aside. Eventually, it looked like Mori was about to go in there and interfere because the same thing happened with another thing, and you know Mori interfered and he was about to knock the guy out. But DeWay is the one that went in and says, "Hey, knock it off, will ya?" But we have to it that the other guy, don't remember his name, he ends up trying to do some lightning bolt on the guy, but it didn't work, and later on puts him into possibly fatal condition by pushing him off the stage, and later on has one of his like abilities, whatever it's called, to like chew him up or something. The way how it went. I mean, the guy with turquoise hair, he ends up possibly defeating the guy, and yeah. Sorry for being very vague like that. I don't remember the guy's name. I don't tend to have a lot of memory or remember any character's name unless they have a lot of spotlight, you know? Like I said, the guy at the end had turquoise hair, and he's pretty much a bloodthirsty, ruthless fighter. The way how it went about, he just literally went all out, etc. The way was trying to stop him, but the announcer says, hey, stop it, kind of thing, you know? But, yeah. Anyways, like I said, Commissioner Q and the other commissioner ends up fighting 2 members or 3 members in the Nox. One of them tries to do a stupid, like, life takeaway bombing whatsoever. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna do anything. And that aside, it looks like Mori's grandfather might be missing, and one of his arms might be cut off or something. So that's another bad news. Looks like the Nox might have taken him in, or I don't know, whatever the case may be. But not to mention, another thing too is Mori's team on a match, you know? But yeah. A lot of things kind of happened like in last week's episode, but this one seems a little quickie whatsoever. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot.